of low value mindsets in women that feminine women do not possess. Hello, my name is Chengi, and you, my precious one, of course, are my world. Welcome to this fantastic video where I'm going to be showing you the different archetypes of ways that we can be low value without always being aware that we are actually being low value. And I'm going to introduce you to 4 girls, and we're going to talk about why some of these traits are very, very, very low value, but they may appear to actually be virtuous, maybe even a little bit noble, but actually they are not going to serve you in the sexual marketplace. They are not going to make you the queen, the prize, the swan that you were created to be. So let's talk about Snobby Sally. Okay, we've got Snobby Sally. Snobby Sally is Miss Entitled. Snobby Sally is beautiful, and Snobby Sally feels that the world should bow at her feet. I am beautiful. I am a 10 out of 10, and men should just want me. They should just desire me and do as they're told. They should just do as they're told because I'm fabulous. I'm wonderful. I am the girl that goes on dates and makes these huge, arrogant statements. Yes, I am fabulous, don't you think, Mr. Man? You know, you should really be grateful that you are here sitting with me. This is Snobby Sally. She's the girl who feels like the world owes her. Men owe her because she's perfect. I have looked in my inbox, and sometimes I despair at some of the messages I get from not all of you, but a small minority of you. And I hear, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am accomplished, I am great, I am fabulous, everything about me is great, I'm in love with myself, I've been in therapy, I am feminine, I am high value, Chengi. And I just don't know why I can't keep a man. Already, we have a low value scenario. You are 100%, but you can't figure out why you can't. Sweetheart, it doesn't work that way. If you don't have what you want, it's because you haven't grown into it. It means that you've read a lot of books on being high value, you've watched a lot of videos on being feminine, but you have not attained the goal. Because my swans who are high value and feminine are dating high value masculine men. That's just point blank, period. It is what it is. Period. If you are still dating feminine men, if you're still picking up low value men, if you're still hanging around, sweetheart, all you are is a snob, and all you are is entitled, and all you are is delusional. If you really, 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 really want to grow and be high value, you have to start off not knowing. There's a scripture that I love, and it says, "Come to me as a child." What does that mean? It says, wherever you come as a child. If you go to a wedding banquet or to an occasion, take the back seat. Don't go looking for the front seat. This is talking about humility. We must learn to be humble, ladies. And humility starts with not thinking of ourselves more highly than we ought. If your life looks like a bomb hit it, you can't surely truly believe that you're ticking every mark, that you're just getting this thing right. Surely something is wrong in the foundations. Surely something is not coming together. And the only way, sweetheart, honey, you will ever learn and grow and flourish and experience transformation, like all of the black swans that work with me one-to-one or in the group, or those of you who watch these videos and are seeing transformation in your life, is to come like a child. You know, it's not every environment that I walk into and I'm the relationship expert. If I am watching another relationship expert or needing to grow in my skills or whatever, when I go into that room, I am not Chengi the relationship expert. I am Chengi the student, and I am prepared to suck eggs. I'm prepared for them to teach me what I already know, because the reason I'm here is there's a missing piece. Something is not coming together. So I am prepared for you to make me suck eggs. Right? I am prepared for you to teach me what I already know, because if I really knew it, I wouldn't be here. Right? I have clients who have PhDs in psychology, life coaches, people who work within the mind world. But when they start to work with me, they come like a child. They put all of their qualifications, they leave them at the door. They leave all their degrees at the door, and they humble themselves and submit themselves to the wisdom that is present, and they see results. Too many of us are entitled. We think we know. We carry these labels. Sweetheart, let somebody call you high value. Let somebody say, oh, how incredibly feminine you are. Wait for people to say, look, you know, the Christians didn't go around calling themselves Christians. It's the people that saw them living a particular lifestyle and said, hey, you are a Christian, you're just like Christ. You know, my girls, when they go out on dates, men are like, oh my gosh, you're so feminine, you're so high value. We don't need to go in and be like, I'm high value, I'm feminine. If you have to announce it, chances are you're not. If you have to let your inner growth, your divine nature, let it speak for you. Let the work you are doing speak for you. Okay, I know that on this channel I'll be like, us high value girls, and I mean that, because what I'm referring to is the journey we're on is a high value journey, and you and I are on this journey together. I might be driving the bus and I might know the direction because I've been there before, but we're all in the same bus. If somebody comes and hits us, we all die. Okay, we're in the same bus and we're on a high value journey. Okay, so I want us to embrace humility, girls. There is nothing more sexy. There is nothing more endearing. There's no one we'd really rather be with than a person who embraces humility. Somebody who is teachable, somebody coachable, somebody prepared to say, you know what, I might be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, but I'm failing here and I'm going to submit myself and learn. We have to learn the posture of sitting at somebody's feet. Listen, I have coaches, I have mentors, and when I'm with them, I'm not Chengi the YouTuber, I'm not Black Swan Relationship Academy, I'm Chengi. I'm a girl trying to get an answer to a problem, and I'm going to leave all of my qualifications and all my accolades and all of my testimonials and all of my great work at the door, so that I can be open in my heart and mind to receive. Ladies, it is low value to be arrogant and proud, especially on a date with a high value man, especially on a date period, especially in life. Do you know how amazing doors open for a person who has a spirit of humility? Do you know how desirable that human being is? Do you know how much people want to bless you when you carry an air of humility? Because trust me, if you truly are somebody and you truly have weight and gravitas, they will feel it, and they'll be even more honored that with all that you are and all that you have, you are prepared to submit yourself, and they're gonna overinvest in you. Good girl Gertie. I love it. Good girl Gertrude. Okay, I have a beautiful friend called Gertrude, and she happens to be a good girl, but a smart girl too. But it just rhymed. Good girl Gertie is a people pleaser. She is all about pleasing everybody. She wants to please the man who's dating her. She acquiesces to everything because she doesn't want to upset anybody. She's just a good girl, and everybody has got to be pleased. When you're a good girl Gertie, men who are toxic or predatory really love this girl because they know that will get her to acquiesce to pretty much everything because she is out here trying to please. This girl is infected with the nice girl syndrome. Okay, this girl, good girl Gertie, lives within the boundaries of rules. She has zero understanding of principles, but more focused on the rules. The rules say A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The Bible says A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And she has no ability to understand the difference between a rule and a principle. The idea of a rule is that it cannot and should not be broken, and it is punitive in nature. A principle means that you can use this to a certain degree as long as the situation permits it. And so she does not live her life out of principle. She lives her life out of the law. She is concerned with being a good girl, and as a result she has no sexual, sensual energy about her. She is the police, right? And everything that governs her life, and she really believes that if she lives this lawful and law-abiding life, only good things will pursue her. And we all know what happens to good girl Gertie is she finds herself very good and very old and very alone. Okie dokie. So we are not required to be good girls all the time. We have to understand how to flow and be good in quality, good in our essence, but be flexible in how we administer our goodness, and be playful, and learn to master the difference between rules and principles. Another girl is Basic Betty. Oh, Basic Betty is low value because everything about Betty is basic. She doesn't believe in wearing makeup. No, makeup is for sluts or women who don't love themselves. Makeup is for women who are I don't know. For Basic Betty, she sits in judgment when she sees women who wear makeup and wear extensions and take care of themselves, because Basic Betty truly believes that if she keeps her life basic, it is virtue signaling. Now men are going to know she is a virtuous woman. Sweetie, we all know that that is a very low value. This idea that is being purported on the internet that there are these 10 out of 10 women, and the only way you can really say you're 10 out of 10 is when you are coming out of the shower. So if you're coming out of the shower, no makeup, no extensions, no hair, no wig, just you, wash everything off, are you a 10? Sweetie, listen, no one's a 10 when they're coming out of a shower. No one's a 10, honey. No. We are all about average in truth. The difference is some of us understand feminine principle. We take care of ourselves. We wax. We do our eyebrows. We wear some makeup, not all the time, but when we need it. And if we are not wearing makeup, we keep the best skin ever. We have beautiful hair. Whether we buy it or grow it, it really doesn't matter. We understand that we must look after ourselves because this is the feminine principle. And when we preen and when we take care of ourselves, we signal masculine men who would rather have a well-turned out woman. And contrary to public opinion, high-value masculine men don't really care how you get pretty. As long as you're not looking like a Barbie doll, or you have so changed that you're so far from natural, and we can all see that we can't even see who you are because you look like a clone of everybody else. As long as you wear your makeup in a natural, flattering way, and you always make sure that your skin is good, and that, you look as natural as you can. Really high-value masculine men would rather walk into a room with a gorgeous woman who's well turned out than a Basic Betty, and that's just bottom line. And when you're a Basic Betty, every low-value, bottom of the earth guy who has nothing to offer you is going to be attracted to a Basic Betty. Okay, Basic Betty Basic Betty revels in feminine neglect. She really looks down and thinks, I'm not like one of you girls, right? And she always ends up in a terrible relationship where she's not cherished, or she finds herself constantly having to deal with men that are low value. But unfortunately, there's no talking to Basic Betty. She doesn't care how she looks when she leaves the house. She gets offended. She gets triggered when she hears feminine women tell her, you really should take note of how you look when you leave your house. You should take note about how you look within your home. You should take note. Basic Betty gets very, very, very upset when you try and help her become more feminine, because she has zero self-esteem, zero self-worth, and she's way too proud to ask for help. Ladies, I know I'm being playful in this video and a little bit jovial, but there is no shame in your game if you need help. If you don't know how to wear makeup in a way that is flattering, and no one's ever taught you, and no one in your family has ever worn it, go to a Bobbi Brown counter, a MAC counter, find a friend who does and say, can you show me how to, you know, make myself look attractive with makeup? I don't know what I'm doing. Can you show me? I would like to learn how to wear my makeup well. If you're in Black Swan Nation, we have our style concierge. We talk hair, we talk makeup, we talk style in there. You're more than welcome to ask for help. You know, we are too proud, and we cover our pride and our ego and our insecurities behind banners and slogans. I'm no dress horse or whatever. I'm not gonna do. Listen, sweetie, you just don't know how, and it's okay. It really is okay, because this stuff is not a mystery. You know, you didn't grow up doing it, no one around you did it, but it doesn't mean you can't learn, right? But sticking and being ferocious about being basic, you know, this is the woman who has to have her natural hair with no style. You can have your natural curls, 4C, BC, whatever C, right? And have them glossy and put them in a style, and you can have your locks and have them nice and clean and neat and in a beautiful feminine style. Not all of us are going to wear wigs or weaves or whatever. Natural hair is beautiful, but learn how to make it pretty, honey. You know, if you are so, you know, I don't want anything to do with makeup, then have perfect skin. Invest in the best skincare. Have flawless skin. You can do that, right? But this idea that you're just going to just show up in the world and people must just get over themselves and accept you, it's not gonna happen. And I don't want to be that girl that keeps saying this, but unfortunately we shall continue to do that until the message goes through. But I know that many of you are amazing. I know my black swans are always well turned out and always well groomed. Then we have naive Nelly, bless her. Naive Nelly is really naive, but she knows she's naive, but she likes to stay naive because she just cannot take the truth, because it means she will have to change. So naive Nelly is the girl that wants to believe everything a man says, and she's the girl in the comment section who, you know, will defend, you know, some loser guy. Naive Nelly is the girl who thinks that she can date a broke man and be happy. Naive Nelly is not wanting to change, so naive Nelly is the one who men say, hey, yeah girl, I'm gonna marry you, and they're still ghosting her, but she sits there and she's naive Nelly, and surely one sweet day he's gonna come through for me. Naive Nelly, she's just sitting there waiting. You can't tell her anything. She refuses to see that the world isn't all black and white and full of candy and spice. She wants to stay naive, and she won't learn from anybody about anything because she's naive. And that's her game. She's gonna play it until the wheels fall off, and she just becomes the girl who fasts and prays for her husband until she's old and, you know, she's the fast and pray because she doesn't want to come out of her comfort zone and date and actually go out there and meet people. She doesn't want to. She's scared, and she uses naivety to cover her fear of what it might be like to actually date, because maybe she spent her whole life in church waiting for God to go bring her husband. And you ladies know that I believe in God. I believe in miracles. I have enough testimonies, and I truly believe that God does cause us to meet our spouse, and sometimes while we're minding our own business. But I understand this is not his principle. His principle is that we co-labor with him. He could have built Noah's ark and just snapped his fingers, Noah and the family, and everybody is in there. But no, Noah had to be invested. He had to have skin in the game. He had to know what it costs. Sometimes we have to date. We have to meet the guys that are not so great, so that when the great one comes, we're like, hello, I know what it is to have been with a loser. And now that I'm with a champion, I appreciate it. So this is massive. And this tends to be our church girl. She's our little church girl. Naive, believes everything men tell her. Ooh. And I hope that this video was really helpful. And yes, I was having a little bit of a play with you girls because sometimes I'm in that mood. But I really hope that you receive this message in the spirit in which it is given, because I want you all to be happy and married and have wonderful families and raise beautiful children. I want your happiness. I want to see you win in the game of love, and this is why I do what I do. So whatever I do or say on this channel is never to break men or to break you or to create any conflict, but to position you for I do. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye bye.